Wandy Peralta. Hello and welcome to another player profile and projection here on Talkin Yanks, brought to you by SeatGeek. Code Yanks. We got Wandy Peralta on the agenda for this episode, Jake. Your foe, your friend, your foe, frenemy. He's good. He's fun. He's Wandy. How are you?
What's going on, guys? Spring training is in full tilt, and with SeatGeek, code JOHNBOY preseason, you can get 15% off any order to anything you want, wherever there's a seat. Just make sure you're using SeatGeek, JOHNBOY preseason. Go get it. Wandy Peralta is 31 years old, from San Francisco. Dave McCroy in the Dominican Republic. We also got him from San Francisco, United States.
McCroy.
Wandy Peralta, La Grasa, as you know him, he's been good for 3 years now. The 2020 season with the Giants, he was 27.1 innings, a 3.29 ERA. The Yankees traded for him early in 2021, earlier than we all remembered. He basically put together a full season, 46 games with the Yanks, 2.95. And then, he does it for the full year last year, a 2.72. He got better. Another wipeout changeup. We already talked about how him and Canely will probably be, the lefty-righty versions of each other.
Except they're both better versus lefties.
Kind of like a stepbrother situation. I think there's going to be some initial hate, but they're going to get over that.
There will be a feeling out phase between the two of them where they're both going to have to go to someone. Sevy and Judge, I see it being. And Sevy and Judge are going to have to point it out and be like, dude, he's just like you.
You're the same.
He's fucking around just like you fuck around. And then they're going to be a big, oh, and then they're buddies forever.
They're going to be the two guys. If Wandy and Canely are in the shower, dudes are just going to turn around and be like, all right, I'll come back in 10 minutes.
I'm out. DJ will be in there not even noticing. Just showering in the corner, not even understanding that they're playing soccer with the soap.
Yeah, they're playing
around
soccer around. He's the goal.
Yeah, they got to kick it through DJ's legs. And DJ has not picked up on it yet.
Wandy Peralta, 4 saves last year for the Yanks.
How about it?
And he's their, he's kind of their Houdini, right?
Trevino kind of stole it from him because as King went down, people went down, he got bumped up to, being a guy.
Well, I think Trevino's Lou Trevino, that is. He's not full Houdini. He's runner on second, 1 out. Wandy's bases loaded, no outs.
How many times do you think he came in? He came into bases loaded 3 times last season.
What?
Yeah.
That stinks.
Yeah.
But he loves it.
One time they were ahead by 1 run in the 9th inning. 0 out. Bases loaded. Another time, bases loaded, 2 outs, up by 2. He got out of it. He did not get out of it when there was bases loaded, 0 out, up by 1. He gave up 2 runs scored.
Is that the Red Sox game? Jeter Downs walk-off?
No, it was Cincinnati.
He had the ground ball right back to him, trick play.
Right.
Boston,
he had a couple of those.
He inherited 2 runners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So, yeah, he is the inherited runner guy.
I mean, he's the, break glass in case of emergency, Wandy Peralta. I'm surprised the strikeout numbers aren't crazier. But he is a weak contact king.
Ground ball guy, 54% on the ground. We detailed this in our player profile and projection last year. Before the season last year, we let everybody know Wandy is high leverage or bust.
Yes.
You need his heart rate to get going. He needs to feel the pressure. He's used to playing, he grew up, he almost played at gunpoint. Not like it was maybe a cap gun or a large rock, But he was playing for his life. You know, there was definitely some gamblers in his neighborhood that were betting on him and being like, hey, don't blow this kid. I picked you.
In our warehouse.
Well, he's used to high stakes.
In our warehouse, we did a high-pressure pitching.
Yeah.
Where if you didn't throw a strike, we got to peg you
with a ball.
With a blitz ball.
He went unfazed.
I think that happened with, like, pebbles.
Yeah.
Like, all the kids had pebbles. If you didn't throw a strike, you got hit with the pebble. I'm going to show you this. His baseball savant. Not known for their pictures, but you can see his slider grip perfectly, so I think you'll really like this.
Oh, yeah, I was just looking at that.
I mean, just a really nice picture.
You think that's his slider grip?
I think so. I think almost like a knuckle curve. You take a finger off and get a little more whip on it.
Yeah, it could be his changeup because he does have a lot of power fingers on there.
Well, I do think it's interesting to note.
Cute face he's making that pick.
It's a good face. Threw his changeup and fastball basically the same amount. Slider is down to 16%, which it used to in 2019 that was his most thrown pitch, the slider. So he's become a fastball changeup guy. He's kind of figured that out. But the slider was nice last year.
I think he throws the slider to lefties and not righties. And he's a sinker pitcher to lefties, and the sinker's nasty.
I love Wandy. Hey.
Yeah, changeup 55% to righties. And the changeup barely gets thrown, or 20% to lefties.
In this game of
baseball and life,
Yankees bullpen succession.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about Tommy Kahnle snagging some saves this year. Wandy snagged a few.
Wandy snagged 4 or 5. 5 last year. 5 save opportunities.
Like, he thinks he's in the running.
Sure, I think like Kahnle, it's a matchup situation. I don't think either where Loizaga, King, and Clay have the ability, in my opinion, to get to the point where we want you in the 9th inning, no matter what you have, go.
Right.
And maybe King's premature, but Loizaga and Clay. Where I don't think I see Wandy and Kahnle getting to that point. I think it's more, this lane is perfect for you and we like you.
Right. And credit to Wandy was incredible last year. Held righties to a 594 OPS, lefties to a 422.
Pitched every game of the ALDS against Cleveland.
Right, with the rest days.
First player to ever do that, right?
I believe so.
I mean, he pitched in 7 postseason games.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
And
5 of them scoreless.
And he's beloved, man. Like, that's probably where Kahnle's guff is going to come from originally. We saw him get beat up by the infield and the manager.
Yeah. Well, because
on the mound.
That's high-pressure pitching. Like, they know it. Also, he's just so loud. You go to the games. Here's an honest thing. If you go to the game and Wandy pitches, or he's down for that day and he's in the dugout, and
early innings, I think he has enough built-up leverage that I think just in the early he gets to hang out
after he pitches for sure. Yeah, that happens. But if you're sitting third base side, just watch Wandy. He whistles so loud constantly. I think we were trying to get video of it. Maybe we did tweet out video of it. I forget. But it's hard to pick up. But if you're sitting third base side and Wandy is in the dugout, once you see him, you'll hear the whistling. It's crazy. People clear out because it's got to be so loud.
We thought like something was broken or like an animal was hurt. It was just Wandy whistling. It's what started the Mets fight a few years back.
Yes, it is when they were all the whistling.
And everyone thought it was Stanton around in the bases and Lindor and no, Wandy was whistling and it's the most annoying sound in the world.
Yeah.
You can just whistle so loud.
I think we saw a couple guys in the Yankees dugout. There's a couple guys that loved it. I think Sevy was near him. And I think Sevy just kind of had that, I get this look on my face when something's so bad it's delicious. That Sevy was like, I can't believe he's doing this.
Yeah.
And then there was like, I think Rizzo, Judge, and Cole were on the other end of the dugout, just like, oh my. I think he let one rip, and they all did kind of the head back, like, Wandy.
Was that the playoff game where we saw this, or was it a different? I think it was the playoff game, the daytime
Could have
boring
been.
ass playoff game,
Could have been.
and it was just so loud.
So loud.
Yeah, I think I tweeted about it. I can see if I can find it. Anyway, anything else, man? Wandy's a pretty easy one. Go out there, put him in high leverage situation, let him go. He's a workhorse in the postseason. I don't think he got hurt that much.
I just, it's really interesting doing that because Wandy and Canley, who are going to become best friends if they don't know it yet,
They'll also be nudged together.
you know, similar profiles, like really good. If the Yankees closer situation breaks down, which it did last year, like these guys have a good case, you know?
They do. They're going to get options. I found the video.
Okay.
It was when Amtrak hooked us up with front row seats. And they were playing Boston, and it was raining, and he was one of the only players that didn't go underneath, and he was not only whistling, but giving fake signals to the batter while whistling. Like whistling to get their attention, and then like doing crazy shit, and then looking at the pitcher, and it was pissing him off.
As one does.
And he was on the IL. That's why he was in the dugout early.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they phantomed. I think they phantomed him at the end of the year, just
Right.
get him fresh for the playoffs, and they used that.
Yeah.
Oh, because it was the surprise. Oh, Britton's back.
Yeah. Good stuff. So do more of that, Wandy. Piss people off.
Yeah, might as well. His with a 50% reliability, flip that coin.
Flip that coin.
They have him going 3.36, 59 innings. 2 hit by pitches and 3 saves.
Awesome.
Sign me up. Over under 6 tweets or saves. 6 tweets directed at me or saves combined. 6.
Well, you could fish for.
Oh, I could fish.
So let's go over.
But you know I'm not.
Called 6.5.
I love when you and Wandy tweet at each other because it's 2 robots tweeting at each other. It's
Yeah.
just Google Translate tweeting at Google Translate. Yeah.
Both a little scared of each other.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
I have a goal for this season.
Him to know.
We get Wandy to the office
Okay.
and we set Joe's up thinking it's going to be 2v2.
Okay.
DR boys versus you and I, small white boys. But then Wandy's on our side and Joe's is just cooked.
Wandy just starts
A
pegging
fight?
Joe's.
Fight, yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Rate, subscribe.
And we and you and I back up. It's just Wandy
Just Wandy beating
versus
up
Joe.
Joe's.
Joe's like, what?
Buy one of these hoodies we're wearing. At our
I got
store.
it just a goal, Jake. It was just a goal.
It's a goal.
Wow.